Everyone knows housing is very expensive right now. And you have two options: wait for the crash or think like an investor. Here are my thoughts. Option number one, you wait for the crash. There are pros and cons. If you are correct and the market does have a substantial crash and you choose to buy, that is like buying at the bottom. You'll have a big jump in equity. Everybody will think you're a genius and you did the right thing, and you probably did. However, the downside is if you are wrong, and there were a lot of people wrong for the past 10, 15 years thinking the market was going to crash, and it just kept going up. There were no signs of a crash that were parallel with what happened in 2008. And if you are wrong, you're waiting for a very long time and leaving so much money on the table. Option number two, you put your investor hat on and you look at some data. And right now, there is not a lot of data that supports a massive crash. We don't have a ton of inventory. It is rising. We still have demand for homes. People are still out there making money, as crazy as that is to say. So maybe we think like this. The US currently is a very affordable housing market based on salaries by comparison to a lot of other first world countries, Europe, etc. So maybe this is not a bubble or an incoming crash. Maybe this is us catching up to the rest of the world with how expensive owning real estate is. If that is the case, you need to think a little bit differently. Maybe you buy a house getting a private loan at a higher interest rate that needs work. You fix it up, you make a whole bunch of equity, and you refi the money back out into a traditional mortgage. That is a way to make money in the real estate market. Maybe you get roommates who help offset the cost of the housing for a period of time until your income goes up and you're comfortable. Maybe you start flipping houses. Maybe you have a side hustle. Maybe you do an Airbnb, but there are a ton of ways to make money in real estate that don't revolve around waiting for a crash. The American dream is not dead with owning real estate. It just changed shapes, and people need to keep up, and you need to think a little bit differently to make that happen. My opinion.